athlete who has ignited a world of controversy in the Olympic women's boxing was disqualified from the 2023 International Boxing Association World Championship in New Delhi after two tests. Two, not one, but two tests were done. One in India, the tournament, and a prior test in Turkey in May of 2022 concluded that the boxer's DNA was that of a male consisting of X and Y chromosomes. According to the correspondence the IBA sent the June 2023, more than a year ago, the International Olympic Committee. The June 5th, 2023 letter spotlighted Algeria's Iman Khif. Reads, this situation epitomizes the importance of protecting safe sports and the integrity of sports in which the Olympic movement is jointly committed to. All right, so now they telling you, we tested them twice. All right, in May 2022, during the IBM Women's World Championship in Istanbul, Lin and Khif underwent chromosome tests which were processed locally at a lab. IBA minutes from March 25th, 2023, the day before the tournament closed, indicated the result of the 2022 Worlds test were received only upon the conclusion of the event. Hence, the athletes were not disqualified back then. Again, the next World Championship would be in March 2023 in New Delhi. Why were both athletes allowed to take part? Another test was not possible to conduct where the athletes were outside of IBA's control until they arrived in New Delhi, the minutes read. So basically, they had tested these people, and then they found XY chromosome, but they went on to fight somewhere else that was outside of their jurisdiction. But once they came back in the jurisdiction, they tested them again, and they found the same thing. You got Y chromosomes in your cells. You are a dude. You're not supposed to be fighting against these women. All right. In New Delhi, another test for each to reconfirm the findings of the initial test, which it did according to the June 2023 letter the IBA sent to the IOC. They sent a letter to them in 2023 telling them, hey, we did a test, these dudes. All right. The New Delhi lab reports for both Khif and Lin say the same thing. Result summary, and I'm going to read the result summary. Abnormal. Interpretation. Chromosomal, that's supposed to be an N. All right, chromosomal analysts reveal male karyotype. A karyotype means an individual's complete set of chromosomes. Females have two X's, 2X or the XX chromosome. Males have the XY. The lab results for each athlete depict the XY chromosomes photographically. The IOC, International Olympic Committee, asserts both athletes were disqualified without due process. The IBA minutes do say, as the IOC has said, that the decision to disqualify was made by the IBA Secretary General at the time, and that the board was asked to ratify the move. At the same time, the minutes also make clear that in the case of Khif, the acting Algerian ambassador was present at March 25th, or was present at that March 25th, 2023 meeting, and invited to present the Algerian position and requested a second opinion in the issue. A majority of the board voted to approve disqualification with one abstention and one no. Okay, so somebody abstained, and then one person said no. So two of the people of the board, one abstained, and then one said no. Jose Laureano of Puerto Rico. Laureano then suggested that IBA established a clear procedure on gender testing. The new rules were in place by May. The IBA said in a statement that Lin did not appeal the IBA qualifications to the Swiss-based course arbitration for sports, thus rendering the decision legally binding. Khif the IBA said, initially lodged an appeal with CAS, but dropped the case, also making the IBA decision legally binding. Let's understand right there, this is the legal side. I was going to wait on this, but let's talk about the legal side and the legal ramifications of this, all right? Legally, as you're hearing, the IBA has told the IOC at least once that these are two males, these are beings are carrying a male karyotype, all right? And that this is a dangerous situation. We're telling you about this. So now, what happens if somebody goes in the ring and they dies? Legally, the IOC is responsible for that because they have been warned. Now, on another legal level, the IBA brought a case against both Yu-Ting and Iman Khif. And the case stated, these are two males and we have disqualified them. Now, legally, when somebody makes a statement and they bring a case, legally, if you do not defend it or you do not defend yourself against it, that means you have agreed. My students know that this means tacit assent. That means you said yes because you didn't say anything at all. So let's understand, because some people might be saying, well, you know, they don't have to answer. Well, legally, you better answer, because if you don't answer, what you have done is said, okay, I agree. So here you've got the IBA bringing a legal case against Yu-Ting and Khif, saying y'all are two dudes. You are males. That's what they said when they brought this case. And by them not even showing up or stepping up to defend it or defend against it, they have agreed, okay, you're right. Now, some people might be thinking that's unfair. But if somebody's making an allegation, then if it's not true, step up and show proof that it's not true. Well, the problem is that the IBA has already shown proof that it is true. And there's no way you're going to get past a DNA test unless you substitute DNA like they substitute urine, like we've heard about in so many cases. Okay, all right. So we're understanding the legal ramifications and what's going on here. Legally, these are two dudes. And legally, the IBA has already told them these are two dudes. So if these dudes go out and they do harm to somebody, meaning they kill somebody in the ring, and the International Olympic Committee has chosen to ignore the warning, well, they are fully liable. This article goes on to say the June 2023 IBA letter, meantime, says, we are kindly writing to offer our support and cooperation in the matter as it directly impacts the safety of our boxers and the integrity of the competition results. In confidence, the IBA can share that Iman Khif was disqualified from the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships in 2023 in New Delhi for breaching the IBA technical and competition rules and was not medically eligible to participate in the event as a female boxer. Why? Because you're not female. You're not a woman. You're not a she or a her. To reiterate, the letter refers solely to Khif. It directs the IOC to the attached lab results. It also expressly refers to the IOC to that IBA definition of women, female, girl, defined as somebody with XX chromosomes, in a clear and unambiguous signal to the OIC that the IBA had recognized a loophole after New Delhi and closed it. In language mirroring the new rule, the letter says, for this purpose, the boxers can be submitted to a random and or targeted gender test to confirm the above, which will serve for the gender eligibility criteria for the IBA competitions. All right. The letter concludes, we trust that you will give this matter the utmost attention it deserves, and you have our absolute support in doing what is necessary to ensure the safety of competing athletes. Okay, I think that's enough to make it clear that the IBA is standing on what they've said, and they've been getting attacked.